They'll play action here on first down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Trey Hendrickson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. They go play action. Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. On third down, Mayfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Amaro's got it, left side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. A first carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Chris Jones on the stop.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Lucky 56.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And another example of why Baker Mayfield went #1 in the draft. His ability to confound defensive coordinators. They played him for the pass. They covered it well. He takes off with his legs and scrambles for a big gain.
Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now Marshall. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Play action. Now it's Carr. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. He got 29 yards that time.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot. Picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd down, that's Marshall. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And the kick by Butker is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Second down, Mayfield. Escapes the sack. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, it gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Britton Colquitt now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And now here comes Kansas City. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Carr to throw on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Now Landry. So a minute 51 to go in this first half of play. More from Cleveland after this. Mayfield on play action. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. First down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Right side caught by Jackson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Mayfield on first down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
They get it to him running left, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
To throw, Mayfield. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield as the first half is winding down. And the Browns add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On play action, it's Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. It's complete to Chris Conley. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd down, here's Carr. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. The Chiefs on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. On play action. Now Carr. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Denzel Ward. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Complete here. It's Hyde. Space to run past the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing, Mayfield. Drops it off for Chubb. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Joe Schobert leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago. And pressure gets to him again. Emmanuel Agba in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Leopard! Leopard!
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it will help them at contract time.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll be out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Browns. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And Davis with it left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Now Carr. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually cost you?
Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On first down, Carr. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Oh, look at that. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down. Now Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Going up top. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to let this one go. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. So he shifts past him. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Four down. Go. Get set.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle to Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
6-18.
Carr now on first down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Facing this fourth-quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 56 yards. And the Browns continue to roll. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 17. Play action. Now it's Carr. He completes it to Bryant. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Michael Kendricks leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
24, goose right, Chief.
Now a play fake. Carr. Now a desperation throw deep down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Carr. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Leopard! Leopard! Hot! Hot!
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Browns, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.